Nicola Bulley's family could be waiting days to find out if body pulled from river by police is the missing mother of two. As they say, they are in agony and incredibly heartbroken.
The heartbroken family of Nicola Bulley may not find out for several agonizing days whether the body found in the River Wyre yesterday is that of the missing mother of two. Paul Ansell, 44, and the couple's two daughters, aged 6 and 9, have held out hope that the 45-year-old, who vanished 3 weeks ago, was still alive. But two walkers spotted the body of a blonde woman tangled in reeds on Lancashire's River Wyre before noon on Sunday. The family was said to be in a lot of pain and incredibly heartbroken last night. Mr. Ansell told Sky News he had no words right now, just agony following the discovery. Police sealed off the scene just down the river from where Ms. Bulley's phone was found after she took the family dog for a walk on January 27. The discovery so close to the village of St. Michael's on Wyre after weeks of extensive searching will leave questions for police over why it took so long. Sky News reported that the family was incredibly heartbroken by this significant development. Members of the Bring Nikki Home Facebook page uploaded the police statement but disabled comments due to the sensitivity. Ms. Bulley's parents Ernest, 73, and Dot, 72. Were last seen leaving a poignant message of hope 4 days ago, near where she went missing. Home Secretary Suella Braverman described the latest developments as heartbreaking and distressing. Lancashire Police and Crime Commissioner Andrew Snowdon, who has been criticised for his silence over the search, also spoke out in support of the force and Ms. Bulley's family. He tweeted, "My thoughts are with Nicola's family and friends at a difficult time. I'd like to thank the Lancs police officers and staff working on scene and across the force." Last night a bunch of daffodils was laid next to a small handful of snowdrops on the wooden bench where Nicola's mobile phone was left abandoned. A police helicopter hovered overhead as tearful locals held one another on the bridge overlooking the River Wyre in the heart of St. Michael's. Yellow ribbons, tied to the bridge with messages of hope, flapped in the cold wind. Dog walker Nicola Harris, 62, said, "It's sad, it's absolutely horrendous, but I'm so glad if she's been found so that her family can move on. It's been such a complex case, but at least it would mean the family can get some answers and have her back." Another tearful local added, "It is the news we have all been dreading, but maybe what we knew deep down. I just hope this discovery can bring the family some peace. We are all reeling as a community." The body was spotted by a man and woman going for a Sunday stroll along the river. The spot where it was found was 0.9 miles as the crow flies from the bench where Ms. Bulley's phone was found, or 1.1 miles following the bends of the river. Police have in the past week become increasingly irate at social media detectives descending on quiet St. Michael's and spouting to online audiences their theories as to what happened to Ms. Bulley. The case has been beset with appalling speculation, her family has said, with TikTok detectives rummaging through people's gardens and making cruel and baseless accusations against the mortgage advisor's loved ones. Before the discovery was confirmed, a witness said, "I drove down Rockcliffe Road for almost a mile. I noticed a man and a woman and two police officers on the embankment. I pulled off at about 11:50 am and I heard the man talking to police about something in the undergrowth. Police cars were flying down the road with the blues and twos going. A police officer pulled up a few minutes later and got his drone out. 5 minutes later the police helicopter arrived. Officers then asked me to get out, so I moved 200 yards down the road. I could still clearly see the man pointing at the riverbank. Then more police cars raced down with the blues and twos going. They cleared the entire road. The man and woman were later seen sat on a wall by the scene looking ashen-faced and weeping. The 45-year-old mother of two was last seen on January 27 while walking her dog by the river in St. Michael's on Wyre after dropping her daughters, aged 6 and 9, at school. A massive police presence descended on the village 3 weeks ago with dozens of officers, divers, search experts and high-tech equipment including drones. Specialist searchers including Peter Faulding, who scoured the river using sonar equipment, also spent days in the area. Mr. Faulding took the unusual move of publicly stating he did not believe Ms. Bulley was in the river, as it was so shallow she could simply have stood up if she fell in. After the news of Sunday's discovery, Mr. Faulding tweeted, "Our thoughts are with Nicola's family and friends at this difficult time." Her partner Paul Ansell, 44, has maintained hope she is still alive despite officers saying their main working hypothesis was that Ms. Bulley is in the river. Ms. Bulley vanished after dropping off her daughters, aged 6 and 9, at school on January 27 in St. Michael's-on-Wyre, Lancashire. She was last seen at 9:10 am taking her usual route with her Springer Spaniel Willow, alongside the River Wyre, shortly after dropping her girls, aged 9 and 6, off at school. Her phone, still connected to a work call, was found just over 20 minutes later on a bench overlooking the riverbank, with her dog running loose. Speaking about the new search, former Scotland Yard detective Peter Bleksley told Sky News, "If ever there is a sign of information that is received by the police, then seeing lots of resources deployed in a fairly short space of time is not uncommon." On February 3, Lancashire Police told the public of its main hypothesis that Ms. Bulley had fallen into the River Wyre in a 10-minute window between 9:10 am and 9:20 am on the day she disappeared. But multiple experts and Ms. Bulley's own family said they did not believe this to be true. This week they held a second press conference in which they referenced individual vulnerabilities that meant she had immediately been classed as a high-risk missing persons case. But hours later they issued a shock statement detailing Ms. Bulley's struggles with alcohol, brought on by significant symptoms of being perimenopausal and having stopped taking her HRT medication. Ms. Bulley's family said in a statement on Friday that they feared her decision to stop taking her hormone replacement therapy, HRT, drugs may have played a factor in her disappearance. Due to the perimenopause, Nikki suffered with significant side effects such as brain fog, restless sleep, and was taking HRT to help, but this was giving her intense headaches, which caused Nikki to stop taking the HRT, thinking that may have helped her but only ended up causing this crisis, the statement said. They added, "Nikki is such a wonderful daughter, sister, partner and mother and is missed dearly. We all need you back in our lives. Nikki, we hope you are reading this and know that we love you so much and your girls want to cuddle. We all need you home." Today's news came after it was revealed overnight one of the UK's top detectives was personally advising Lancashire Police on the case. The unnamed detective from the NCA, often referred to as Britain's FBI, has worked on some of the UK's most high-profile cases, including killer and morgue monster David Fuller and the murder of PCSO Julia James, the organisation told Mail Online. The police have so far failed to find Ms. Bulley, 45, after she vanished without a trace while walking her Springer Spaniel, named Willow, more than 3 weeks ago. Lancashire Police have also received the aid of a forensic psychologist and dog behavioural expert. It comes amid fierce criticism of police for releasing personal health details about Ms. Bulley this week, including from Commons leader Penny Mordaunt and PM Rishi Sunak. Criticism of the force has been mounting since the 45-year-old's disappearance on January 27. Lancashire Police have launched a probe into their investigation, which appears to have stalled, but have raised questions by not taking up offers from other forces such as the Metropolitan Police to conduct the review instead. This week police publicly divulged information about Nicola Bulley's battles with alcohol brought on by the menopause, a decision critics blasted as sexist. Former police officers have also questioned why basic actions such as closing off the area where Ms. Bulley's phone and dog were discovered for forensic examination were not completed. The force has confirmed a date has been set for the internal review, which will be conducted by their head of crime, Detective Chief Superintendent Pauline Stables, but that date has not been made public. On Friday, Metropolitan Police Commissioner Sir Mark Rowley offered to conduct a review on behalf of the force, but Lancashire Police were criticised after deciding to do it themselves. The Independent Office for Police Conduct, IPC, has also received a referral from the force regarding the contact officers had with Ms. Bulley on January 10, before she went missing. Meanwhile, PM Rishi Sunak, speaking about the release of personal details after Lancashire Police announced it will conduct an internal review, said he is pleased police are looking at how that happened in the investigation.
Summary. Disappearance of Nicola Bulley January 27. At 8:26 Ms. Bulley left her home with her two daughters, aged 6 and 9, dropping them off at school. She then took her spaniel, Willow, for a walk along the path by the River Wyre at 8:43 am, heading towards a gate and bench in the lower field. She was seen by a dog walker who knew her at around 8:50 am, and their pets interacted briefly before they parted ways, according to the force. At 8:53 am, Ms. Bulley sent an email to her boss, followed by a message to her friend 6 minutes later, before logging onto a Microsoft Teams call at 9:01 am. She was seen by a second witness at 9:10 am, the last known sighting. Her phone was back in the area of the bench at 9:20 am before the Teams call ended 10 minutes later, with her mobile remaining logged on after the call. At 10:50 am, Ms. Bulley's family and the school attended by her children were told about her disappearance. Lancashire Constabulary launched an investigation into Ms. Bulley's whereabouts on the same day and appealed for witnesses to contact them. January 28. Lancashire Constabulary deployed drones, helicopters and police search dogs as part of the major missing person operation. They were assisted by Lancashire Fire and Rescue Service, as well as Bowland Pennine Mountain Rescue Team and the Northwest Underwater Search Team. January 29. Local residents held a meeting at the village hall to organize a search for Ms. Bulley at 10:30 am on Sunday, according to reports from the Mirror, and around 100 people joined in. Police urged volunteers to exercise caution, describing the river and its banks as extremely dangerous and saying that activity in these areas presented a genuine risk to the public. January 30. Superintendent Sally Riley from Lancashire Constabulary said police were keeping a really open mind about what could have happened, and that they were not treating Ms. Bulley's disappearance as suspicious. January 31. Lancashire Constabulary spoke with the potential witness, a man who had been walking a small white fluffy dog near the River Wyre at the time of Ms. Bulley's disappearance. Her family released a statement saying they had been overwhelmed by the support in their community, and that her daughters were desperate to have their mummy back home safe. February 2. Lancashire Constabulary spoke with the second witness who they had identified with the help of the public using CCTV, but they told police they did not have any further information to aid their inquiry. Officers from the Northwest Police Underwater and Marine Support Unit searched the area close to where Ms. Bulley's mobile phone was found, while police divers scoured the River Wyre. Meanwhile, Ms. Bulley's family appealed to the public for help tracing her. February 3. Lancashire Police said it was working on the hypothesis that Ms. Bulley may have fallen into the River Wyre. Ms. Riley urged against speculation, but said it was possible that an issue with Ms. Bulley's dog may have led her to the water's edge. February 4. Lancashire Police announced it wanted to trace a key witness who was seen pushing a pram in the area near where Ms. Bulley went missing on the morning of her disappearance. February 5. The woman described as a key witness by police came forward. The force insisted she was very much being treated as a witness, as it warned against totally unacceptable speculation and abuse on social media. Peter Faulding, leader of Underwater Search Experts Specialist Group International, SGI, began searching the river after being called in by Ms. Bulley's family. February 6. Ms. Bulley's friends said they hoped the help of a specialist underwater rescue team would give the family answers. Meanwhile, Ms. Bulley's partner Mr. Ansell, in a statement released through Lancashire Police, said, "It's been 10 days now since Nicola went missing and I have 2 little girls who miss their mummy desperately and who need her back. This has been such a tough time for the girls especially, but also for me and all of Nicola's family and friends, as well as the wider community, and I want to thank them for their love and support." February 10. Police urged people to refrain from indulging in commentary and conspiracy theories about Bulley's disappearance as speculation increases online. February 15. Police held a press conference over the case and say the mother of two was classed as a high-risk missing person immediately after she was reported missing due to vulnerabilities. They later disclosed Bulley's struggles with alcohol and perimenopause. February 16. In a statement released through Lancashire Police, Bulley's family said the focus had become distracted from finding Nikki, and more about speculation and rumours into her private life, and called for it to end. Lancashire Police referred itself to the police watchdog over contact the force had with Bulley prior to her disappearance. Home Secretary Suella Braverman demanded an explanation for the disclosure of Bulley's private information by the force. February 17. Lancashire Police announced it was conducting an internal review into the handling of Bulley's disappearance, and the Information Commissioner said he would ask the force questions about the disclosure. February 18. Braverman met with police leaders to discuss the handling of the investigation after Prime Minister Rishi Sunak also expressed concerns about the revelation. February 19. Appearing on the morning broadcast round, Commons leader Penny Mordaunt described the police disclosure as shocking, while Shadow Home Secretary Yvette Cooper, who also wrote to the force over its handling of the case, repeated her concerns about the unusual level of private information made public about Bulley. A new search effort was launched less than a mile from where Bulley vanished. Later on Sunday, Lancashire Police announced they had found a body in the River Wyre.